The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage
Haven't
us.
lost a match all year, okay? They have more draws than the entire rest of the league combined. And then they had their chance against Napoli this past weekend to kind of really get back into it because Napoli's at the top of the table.
Right.
And
Wait, who's managing Napoli now? Is it Conte? Yeah.
in his fucking black God damn that motherfucker. So Juventus had the lead going into the half. They played the worst half of football I've ever seen them to play. They showed the stats with like shots on goal, corner kicks, all that stuff. Juventus was zero. They had nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So they just literally sat back.
They were like, we have a 1-goal lead. We're going to sit back. They gave up a goal, and then 4 minutes later proceeded to give up another goal. You know, that shit. And the second goal was a penalty, but it was it was about as clear a penalty as it comes.
It's like the Rangers game.
Yeah. You know, the Rangers have kind of given up on, but, you know, they're the Rangers. I fucking love them. I don't give a fuck. They're just like Juventus. So that's them. Now they're languishing in fifth. They might make the top four, although we did make it to the knockout round of the Champions League.
There you go.
We're not automatic, so we're going to have to play somebody home and
Oh,
away.
that's right. They're doing
Top eight.
buys.
Top 8 gets the quarterfinals, and then 9 through 24, they split them all.
For what the other 4 spots.
Other 8 spots.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's 16 teams
So
all
mad.
play each other home and away.
Yeah.
And then those 8 winners play the 8 top seeded teams.
Jesus.
Right. And then the quarterfinals proper start.
So they're just never going to have time off ever.
Nope, never. Never. I think at the next World Cup they're planning on having club games in between the countries' games. I
wouldn't doubt that.
Seriously. So that's Juventus. I still love them, but they are a fucking shit show.
Yeah. You know who's not languishing in fifth place?
No, Leeds. And you know what they did because today was a huge fucking match, and I hate the fact that they put it on a motherfucking Monday.
Yeah.
But over there, I get the whole Monday Night Football.
Sure, yeah.
Top of the league, nighttime game. Understood. But just, did you watch any of it?
No, I didn't get a chance to. Because, that's during, like my
exactly,
biggest
2
class.
to 4, right?
Right,
That's
yeah.
one of my busiest. Plus, Severance took precedent.
Now, if they did like a 9 o'clock game, I would have been able to watch that with my planning period. But
Yeah, but no. And I'm okay with that. Doesn't matter. On the road, against the second place team.
0-0 draw.
And you get a point.
Yeah.
And you get the fuck out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's...
But it didn't look like, the reason I asked if you watched it, I kept up with it. And so it didn't look like a whole lot of nothing. Like both teams, I read like synopsis where both teams were basically playing not to lose, looking for a draw because it's, again, as you were.
Right.
And that's what, looking at the stats and again, kind of watching, that's what it was. It was just 50-50 game.
Again,
Not a whole lot of much going on.
As long as they're gaining points. Like, that's the main thing.
As long as they're not losing points.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
I guess gaining is silly.
But, I'd love it if our dream of the Christmas meat grinder had come true and they came out, like, 5 points up.
No, but again, I am not... There we go.
Yeah, I'm not pissed in any way, shape, or form, but... I would feel a whole lot better.
So everybody's played 29 matches.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Right.
If we had, there
was one loss.
A 3-point cushion, which would be really
we're
nice.
At 2. Today's win would have been lovely.
Right. That would have set us up.
But
something to where even if we slip up,
Nah.
Like, it's not going to drop us down to second place where we're still in that.
Oh, Jesus. Sheffield jumped. I
Yeah.
thought Burnley was in... Oh, they were in second, but they drew. Sheffield won.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I think we're done playing those two,
Correct. Yeah.
which is good and bad. Because if you slip up, you don't have that head-to-head matchup knowing you're coming up that you can make up points if you need to.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
But again, the schedule. Whoa. Hi, Middle Tennessee.
what the fuck was that there?
I don't know what word I was trying for in the middle of that, but
Presley? Jesus.
well, thank you. Son of a bitch.
Wait, no. 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fuck you, WWE. What are you trying to do to me?
Ruin your marriage.
Okay, clearly. Triple H has it out for me.
But the rest of the league schedule favors them. Like
That's where I was getting
so
at.
that's why they should be able to pad their points lead in first.
Finish in the top two.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't be in the playoff, because that's not Leeds'
So,
Leeds is going to Leeds if they're in the playoff.
their last loss, November 30th.
Yeah,
What was the one that sucked? The 1-1 draw at Blackburn on New Year's Day?
yeah,
No. It was Preston. It was the Preston match right before the meat grinder. That was a draw.
you're right. Yeah, and that should have been a blowout.
Correct.
Yeah,
We do have United. We have the game that was the FA Cup that was postponed, and then we have a league game with them back to back, both
with Sheffield.
at Sheffield.
Yeah. Okay.
United, not
Yeah.
Wednesday. Who are we playing? Wednesday, but we're playing
On
Saturday. No, we're playing Wednesday on Saturday. Why? What? That's the who's on first joke of football.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is. So yes, the rest February. You got to get to those Sheffield United matches. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches before Sheffield United. You've got to get to.
But the beauty part is that they've been performing very well, and I know we're just like fucking jinxing it like crazy.
Consistency.
But Farka hasn't had to use the transfer window at all.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to find another goalie. Okay. I know. I've been hesitant. You've been.
They're going to wait for that promotion money to kick back in.
You've been murmuring for a minute now, and I've been like, nah. But he's been responsible now.
Right, for too many fuck-ups.
For too many fuck-ups that lead immediately to goals. What was the one that we drew? The 3-3 match at Hull City where we were up 3-1.
Yeah.
January 4th. That was in the meat grinder. That's the game I'm talking about. You can't be up 2 goals with all the momentum and then have Melier shit the bed and gift a goal.
Well, he's turned into the new
Twice.
Firpo. Like,
Yeah,
he gets the ball and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I don't like him with the ball at his feet.
No.
I don't like every corner kick is a fucking adventure for my my nerves. It
Your
is.
sphincter.
It just he doesn't know when he doesn't know when to come or not come. But like he doesn't. I don't. I've never played goalie, so I don't understand. My brother did, never did. I don't understand as a professional goalie who's as tall as him, 6'6". Like, you should be able to anything that's remotely in the 6. You should be able to in the 6-yard box.
Right.
You should be able to get to that ball.
And if you have aspirations to be your national goalie,
Right. You can't be shitting the bed
Yeah.
like this. It's one thing to like not have a clean sheet.
But
or,
this
like,
might answer your
defenses
question that you've been asking for a long time. Like, why isn't he on, like the third or the second, the backup goalie on the French national
the
team?
reasoning was, he's just waiting his term. He's young. But now he's in his mid-20s at this point.
Right.
Like, no. And I get it. Goalies age well.
Right, but he should be.
No, he should be like
He's regressing, not
exactly
progressing.
correct.
So.
Yeah. And he's not even staying the same. Like, he was good. Now he's just like, he looks lost. Any ball that's in the air, he looks lost. Like, I don't know what it is. But, like, if it's coming through his box or towards his goal in the air, he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, top of the table.
Yeah.
2 points clear.
Thankfully, yeah. It hasn't burned them yet. Like,
who knows, man?
really,
Those
really
2
bad burn.
points that we
No,
gave
I agree.
away,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Whatever. Yeet.
So.
Yeet. Onto brighter and better pastures in the NHL. The Rangers have slowly climbed back in it.
Yeah.
They're a couple of points with a game in hand, yesterday's game notwithstanding.
Nashville is not, but that's...
So the Rangers have worked
That's
their
all
way back into playoff contention, which I guess is all you can ask at this point with the trade. I mean, we hadn't even gotten to the All-Star break yet. So,
Yeah.
look, you're gassed, aren't you? You blew yourself up.
Which, I would say, I mean, this speaks to, I think, what we were debating or asking questions about is that if they're able to get back in it like this, it's not a coaching, it's not a managing issue. It was just like, yeah, I mean, like, your old stars just aren't what they were.
Correct. That's exactly. And Panarin was the guy who was responsible for the 13-second goal yesterday.
Yeah.
He just gave up on a back check. It's just little shit like that. Like last year, that wouldn't have happened. Again, I'm okay. The fucking Washington Capitals are in the President's Trophy spot right now.
Yeah.
You heard that right. The Washington
Capitals, yeah.
Yes.
Fucking Tampa. Or it also helps that the Capitals have a 53 goal differential. God.
Yeah,
Whereas
they're good.
Well, I mean, not even talking about the crazier one. Toronto is in first.
But
And
that's kind of on brand for
they'll fuck it up.
January.
Yeah.
Like, they'll get into the playoffs. That's never an issue.
Yeah.
It's if they can beat the Florida Panthers or the Boston Bruins is the problem.
I don't know. And Winnipeg just keeps getting better.
Yes, that they are.
Which is fine if
Were they the ones who lost in the finals last year?
No. Last year they had a good. Wait,
Who was in the finals?
Florida and
Florida and Winnipeg.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a Canadian team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at that spot where either they make the jump and finally win one, or they do what the Rangers do, which is have really, really, really good teams that just can't
finish it out.
The Buffalo Bills of hockey. One fucking championship since the 90s. Yeah. Whatever. I still love hockey. Do you have the Hall of Fame pull? Ichiro, real quick. How the fuck does Ichiro not get a unanimous 100% of the vote?
Well, I mean that's the thing that everybody's been asking of, like, because again, and it was one dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And going, how do you not look at his career? I mean, he came in.
Even just look at his MLB career,
well, that's
right?
Which
is what they look at.
But you're going like. He came in. He was like 27 when he started in the MLB. He wasn't. Yes.
Young and spry.
So he was, according to today's standards, he was at the end of his prime.
Yes, according to Moneyball.
And he still got 3,000 hits.
Yeah.
In the MLB.
After his prime, quote unquote, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you could not get him out. I'm glad he played for the Yankees for like a hot second. One last thing with 13.
The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion. Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.